Indigenous Rights Radio, because knowledge is power.
Remember your children, remember our future, remember your children, remember Mother Nature.
Securing the rights of indigenous peoples in the transition to green economy coalition, in short known as SIRGE, spelled as SIRGE. SIRGE coalition, which is composed of a global indigenous-led alliance of indigenous leaders who are on the front lines of defending indigenous peoples' right to free, prior, and informed consent, as they face an increase in mineral extraction such as lithium, cobalt, copper, and nickel, which are needed for battery production for electric vehicles and other technologies. The coalition is made up of representatives from each of the 5 lead organizations, namely Cultural Survival, First Peoples Worldwide, Botany Foundation, Earthworks, and Society for Threatened Peoples. Comprising of 16 people, the SIRGE Coalition Steering Committee includes 2 representatives of indigenous peoples from each of the 7 socio-cultural regions across the globe. The coalition held 2-day-long meetings prior to the 22nd UN Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues in New York. During the meeting, indigenous leaders shared how an increase in mining for transition minerals puts indigenous peoples and all peoples' health as well as health of their territories and planet as a whole at risk.
Remember your children, remember our future, remember your children, remember Mother Nature.
My name is Rodion Sulyandziga, and I came from Russian Eastern Siberia. My people community is Udege, it's forest people, so we are forest dependent community. I'm here as a part of the SIRGE coalition. It's a new entity. It's a global under the partnership between indigenous-led organizations and also human rights organization and environment organization. I'm so proud to be part of this coalition because of some reason. First, we should avoid to find a false solution. We can change different kind of slogans or logos to meet so-called green economy or sustainable development goals. That's why we should be very clear and should be very careful trying to oppose non-friendly business that would like to just to change their slogan and their mottos. So it's not easy task because we don't also want to stop any economic development as a driving force of any kind of development, because we also as indigenous peoples we need resources for our own development values, but based on our self-determination, self-identity, and also our land rights. The main focus is to promote indigenous people rights and respect, but also to promote such kind of principles, tools, and right as free, prior, informed consent to help all stakeholders, including business, government, and indigenous communities to find some common place and venue to work together. So that is, I think, very ambitious task, but very timely, because we are living in a very turbulent, very changing world, and we appreciate very much the last decision made by the United Nations, for instance, under the climate change, on CBD Convention and some others, to promote a real new agenda, focusing on friendly technology and green economy. But again, we should keep balance between right holders, stakeholders, business and government. Find a proper solution, right solution to stop land grabbing and destroying of nature. So because we can find or discuss option number 1, option number 2, option number 3, but the problem is that we don't have option in terms of our land and one planet. So it means we try to find one universal solution based on the universal principles. So as a human being, So that's why we are here, being a part of coalition, and I'm so happy that the first meeting in person took place, and a lot of work in front of us, and I'm looking forward to continue our cooperation and to implement some of our principles, ideas, and plans being here next week during the permanent forum, which is the biggest United Nations venue for all indigenous peoples coming to New York to bring their own voice and their own solution. So that is a very difficult but noble task, and but I still believe that because we are not alone, it's a very strong coalition consisting of quite strong and respective organization. We are just at the beginning of our, I believe, long way. This is a process, but that is the only way how we can work, how we can promote, and how we can protect our lands and our communities and our future.
Remember your children, remember our future, remember your children. Remember.
For more on SIRGE Coalition, visit www.sirgecoalition.org. You also can follow us on www.cs.org.
Remember your children, remember our future, remember your children, remember Mother Nature.